So creatine is the legal steroid. Is this true? Is it not true? Is creatine healthy for you? Is it harmful? What are some substitutes for creatine? So I'm going to go over all that in this video. I'm going to kind of explain what creatine is, I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'm going to tell you a few substitutes besides actually taking creatine. Because let's say that your mom won't let you take it, maybe your wife won't let you take it, maybe you heard too many horror stories about creatine, don't want your liver to fail, you don't want your kidneys to fail. I'm going to clear all that up in this video here. So you may have heard that creatine is produced naturally in the body, and this is true. It has many benefits, but one of the main benefits that creatine does is it gets stored in your muscles as creatine phosphate. So this is why people supplement creatine when they're weightlifting or bodybuilding. I believe that all athletes should take creatine, and this is the main reason here. So our body uses something known as ATP. So ATP is energy for everything in our body. It's gonna get a little nerdy here. I'm sorry, just stick with me, it'll get better. So we use this ATP to basically make energy, to move our muscles, to do anything. So once our body starts to run out of ATP, it'll grab onto this creatine phosphate to go ahead and produce energy, or ATP. So in the long term, creatine is just extra energy. So you're gonna get tired a lot less sooner if you weren't taking creatine. So this will help break down the muscles even more, and then if you have a correct diet, it'll help build them up just a little bit higher than what they normally would be. So this is one of the main things that creatine is used for. So once again, I said all athletes should take creatine. So this includes people who bike, runners, swimmers, weightlifters, I believe football players, even soccer players. So it helps create more ATP, which creates more energy, and there have been studies after studies that have shown how creatine has been beneficial when performing. It also has many other benefits. Now, just like any other drug, creatine needs to be clinically dosed. So the studies showed that 5 grams of supplement creatine is the best thing to take. Now, they say that too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So this is why you want to limit your intake of creatine. Because if you take too much, it's going to be harmful to your liver and to your kidneys. So all those stories that you've heard of people having liver failure and kidney failure because of taking creatine, it's most likely because they overdosed on it and they just chronically took too much over time and their bodies just couldn't keep up with it. Same with an alcoholic. If you have a few drinks here and there, no big deal. But if you have a drink every single day, your body's going to start to take a little bit of a toll. I hope that makes sense. So creatine is basically just extra energy that you get to use and just push out more reps, do more things, because that's what makes us better. Tearing down the muscles and then building them back up even higher is essentially how bodybuilders build muscle. So you also may have heard that taking creatine makes you look watery, makes you look juicier. And this is true. There are several types of creatine. So 2 of the main types is creatine HCl and creatine monohydrate. So creatine monohydrate has been the most studied. It has the most benefit, the safe benefit. So HCl, creatine HCl, it has some studies, but I would definitely stick with the safer side of things rather than going ahead and taking HCl. So I have read different things that HCl binds to the muscles faster, that it is a little bit better for you, but steroids will also build your muscles a lot faster, but you don't see many people going out and taking steroids because of all the side effects. So going back to my main point, creatine monohydrate means that there's a water molecule involved. So the creatine will actually bind to a water molecule that gets stored in your muscles, and that's why you may look a little bit juicier or have some water weight to you. So therefore, when you stop taking creatine, when you go to cut, you're going to lose a little bit of that weight, I would say. You won't really lose too much strength. I haven't when I've cut creatine out of the past, but I have lost a little bit of size, and that is noticeable. So I hope that clears up what creatine is and how to take it and what it does in the body. So if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer it the best I can. I also suggest that you go out and look at different studies about creatine and how it has affected different people, because it's a drug. It affects everybody differently. And then once again, we're all different sizes, so a female who is 5 feet tall and 110 pounds definitely doesn't need as much as somebody who is 6'5", 350 pounds. So I would probably go a little bit lighter. Like I said, everybody's different and everybody needs a different dosage. So let's just say that I wasn't convincing enough right here. Even after you read the studies, you still think, creatine isn't for me. So what are some other great benefits or substitutes that you can take to replace the creatine? So as we mentioned, creatine is basically just extra energy that is stored in the muscles that help you tear down the muscles more. Another fantastic way to go ahead and do this is just eat more carbs. So when you eat an excess amount of carbs, all the excess carbs that are not used for energy at the time are stored either in the muscles or in the liver as glycogen. So once again, get a little bit nerdy here, I apologize, but this glycogen is also extra energy. So when your muscles need to push out a few more reps, they're going to grab on that glycogen and they're going to start doing their thing. So once again, going back to what is a good substitute, just eat more carbs, because this is going to put more energy stores in your muscles, just like creatine would do. So if you want to be really good, another thing you can do is take creatine and eat a lot of carbs, and therefore you're going to get the best results. Another fantastic thing that is going to replace creatine is something known as beta-alanine. So beta-alanine is a BCAA. It is found in many pre-workouts, but you need to take the right dosage in order to have a good effect. There are several studies out there that compare people who were taking creatine versus beta-alanine, and roughly they had the same effect. So beta-alanine is another fantastic thing that you need to take. So I want to go ahead and mention this as well. So creatine, monohydrate, HCl, whatever it may be, it's going to take a little bit longer to get into your system. So this goes the same with carbs. You're going to eat breakfast and your body's going to take some time to go ahead and digest it. Same thing with creatine. It's going to take some time to digest it before it will put you into your muscles. Unlike beta-alanine, this is something that is fast acting. You take pre-workout, you drink it, and you're good to go in 30 minutes or so. So that is one benefit of taking beta-alanine over creatine. There are also other pre-workouts out there that may have creatine in with beta-alanine, and it's all inside the ingredients. Now, for my supplement company, I don't have this because I take creatine every day, but I don't work out every day. So therefore, I don't want to take my pre-workout on the days that I'm not working out. Or if I want to take a little bit of a break from my pre-workout and I still want to take my creatine, I can easily do this. So I hope that this video helps sum everything up for you. Like I said, eat your carbs, take some pre-workout, get the beta-alanine in you, and then creatine is another fantastic thing to go ahead and take. In my opinion, everybody should take creatine just because it has such a tremendous effect. Now, you can also get this from eating like all your red meats, such as like ground beef, steak, anything like that. But it's so much easier to go ahead and just supplement it rather than going on a carnivore diet and eating steak for every single meal. So like I said, I hope this cleared everything up and answered some of your questions. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I really appreciate it if you give this video a like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Well, anyway, see you next one.